Hello, everyone. I am so grateful to be here with you again for another episode of Plug Into Devin. Today, we have with us Jared Anderson. He has been a candidate for the very seat I am seeking. Jared ran a good campaign and raised a lot of important issues. And so I wanted to be sure to have him on the show to introduce him to you and give him a chance to talk about some of the issues that are most important to him. So stick around. You don't want to miss this episode. Jared, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's an honor, and we're really grateful that you would take the time to visit with us. I want to congratulate you for a race well run and for your willingness to run. My gosh, Jared, how old are you? I hate to pin you down on that, but you don't have a lot of laps around the planet, or around the sun, I mean.
Yeah, I'm 25 years old. I've always been interested in politics, and just knowing that I had reached the age where I could run. I guess I kind of jumped the gun on it, though.
Well, I don't know about that. We all learn one way or another, right? About how politics works. So, Jared, what was it that drove you? What motivated you to want to run for Congress?
That's a great question. Yeah, so my first inclination to run for Congress came when my little daughter was born in August of last year, and just seeing her and having her around, and it kind of just motivated me to want to create a place an environment that was best suited for her, that would best help her to grow. And I think that's what every parent wants.
Yeah, boy, I share that concern, right? We're, motivated by changing a future for the better, for the sake of our children. Pretty soon, before you know it, you'll be thinking about grandchildren like I am. So, we want to make the world a better place in the future for the future. What are some of the key issues that you raised in the campaign that you would want people to remember?
So the first one that comes to mind is universal basic income. This is a concept that's a lot of people are talking about recently, just because Andrew Yang ran a presidential campaign heavily basing a lot of his campaign efforts around that concept. And that concept is, everybody gets $1,000 a month, no questions asked. 18, everybody that's 18 and above, that is.
Now, what drives that for you? Why is that important? That is a solution to which problem?
Yeah, so I think that a lot of the problems that exist in our society begin and end with poverty. The reason why we can't, that people are, stressed about their everyday lives, the concerns that drive our day-to-day interactions all are based around this fear of death by poverty. And so if we can eradicate that fear and just put everybody on the same plane, so that now we're not so worried about survival and we're worried more about, contribution to our society. I think that's where it kind of stems from, is fighting poverty so that we can, all be on a higher plane of existence.
Yeah. I think you and I share those outcome goals, right? We want to see poverty eradicated. We want to see people living a higher plane of existence. And so you and I certainly share that objective. Jared, as you think about your family and your reasons for running for Congress, what do you hope the future looks like?
Well, I just, that's a really good question. I mean, for me, the ideal future is, we don't have to worry so much about the the basics. We don't have to worry so much about, whether we're going to have food on the table or a place to stay. I think that a universal basic income definitely helps with a lot of that. And when we're not thinking about things like survival, like getting food on the table, having a place to live, we're thinking about things that are a little bit more important, like, for example, climate change and our health. We're not really worried so much about our health when we have, survival, in the forefront of our minds. But once we have surpassed, that level of like where we feel comfortable and we feel like, we're actually dealing with a lot of, dealing with less of those survival, instincts, we're thinking about, ways to become better as a society.
Yeah. It's interesting you raise climate change and health as issues because when we talk about poverty, climate change, and health, those are my issues, and I'm glad to see. I think throughout the campaign, I sensed that you and I were aligned on those missions, that fundamental mission to address those concerns. And we may not always agree on the tactics, but you and I agree on those principles, on those objectives. And so I want to commend you again for running a great race. Jared, before you go, what is your superpower?
My superpower?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's probably just like being able to think in a caring way towards people who aren't family. I think being kind of empathetic and to people who I don't know, and just understanding that they're human and they have problems just like I do. And I think that if I have a superpower, that would be it. Is that I like seeing people happy, and I think that kind of stems back to we had talked before this about how I had served a mission, and that was something that I really enjoyed as a missionary, was just being able to make people happy and give them something that produced a higher level of joy.
Yeah. Well, Jared, again, I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us today. You're a great human being. It was an honor to be in the race against you. I commend you for running a good race, and thank you for your passion for the issues I care about. I'm grateful that you care about poverty, climate change, and health, and commend you for that. And thank you for bringing your passion to the race.
Yeah, I wish you luck in the coming months.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. But I wish you luck in your ongoing efforts throughout your life and career, whatever you end up doing throughout your career. And I hope you'll continue to be involved in politics. But wish you success in your efforts to improve global health, climate change, and poverty. So thank you, and good luck to you too.
Thank you.
All righty. Let's be bold together.
I'm Devin Thorpe. For the last 8 years, I've been working full-time to eradicate extreme poverty, improve global health, and fight climate change. I've concluded that the best way for me to continue my work is to run for Congress to represent the people of Utah's 3rd District. In Utah, we have common, shared values. Those things unite us. I believe passionately in our ability to come together, and I believe that working together, we can solve Utah's problems. I'm Devin Thorpe. I'm a Democrat. I'm running to represent the people of Utah's 3rd District.
I'm Devin Thorpe, a candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.